Oh, yeah. Evening, peeps. Evening. What's going on? Can you not hear? Can you not even hear what's happening? Can you not even hear? Why does it look like I've got no sound rolling? Oh, well, anyway. I'll carry on as if I have for now, unless somebody tells me different. I'm not going to... Let's have a look. Oh, no, yeah, there's sound coming through, all right, yeah, the screens have changed for some reason. I've not got my little graphic rolling. Anyway, we're back round 2 of the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League, hosted by Mature Racing Club over there on Facebook. Make sure you go and check them both out, Team Oliver Racing and Mature Racing, over there on Facebook. Go show the love. But it is round 2 tonight, live from Brands Hatch GP circuit. The GR3 cars. I've got a 1 hour endurance to try and make it round here. 15-minute qualifier to precede that. So let's just get into some points. So round 1 last week at Daytona, some great racing. Philo running away with that one really. The only person able to sort of even get within touching distance was 3SP, DIA 3SP Mart. Literally got onto the back bumper of Philo, but then had to pit. Third in the end, Philo taking the win in that one, so he's leading the way at the minute with 27 points after round 1. Gecko Racer is in second. He managed to slowly catch up Mart and overtake as well on that final stint. 20 points on board for him. DIA 3SP Mart 16 points on for third then. Team Oliver Racing Potter McPot 13 points on board for fourth. Fifth place is Brinky. He's got himself 11 points. Sixth is Ace Killers. He's got himself 10 points for sixth. NGR Jambu 7th, 9 points on board for him. WPR Millerman 8th with 8 points. We've got Scotty 1230 with 7 points on board for 9th. Ricky J 1800 in 10th with 6 points. We've got Fat Pickles in 11th with 5 points. And Purzel in 12th with 4 points. So that is points after round 1. Merch still available, people. Next. Right, into tonight then. So again, 15-minute qualifier into a 1 hour endurance. Where's the thing I need to make things do things? Here it is. Let's have a look who we've got tonight. We've got Gecko Racer, we've got Philo, we've got Fat Pickles, we've got Millerman, we've got Mart, Jambu, Potter McPot, Brinky, Purzel, Ace Killers, Slow Seamus joins us tonight, Ricky J and Scotty 1230. Slow Seamus in the Mercedes then tonight. So, nonsense on. Still no keyboard options yet for PS5 GT7. So no, not into qualifying just yet. I don't think anyway. Maybe I've done 2 laps. Find out if the lobby resets halfway through. I think it got reset while we were starting the stream actually, because there was a random driver who suddenly got kicked out. Oh, you lot still can't hear, can you? Can you? Can you hear now? You can hear now, can't you? Tell me you can hear. 93 in second at the minute then, 122. Look, what was Gecko on? He was on a 122.1. So we're sitting on pole at the minute. Brinky second in the Nissan 122.5 for him. Pot in third in that NSX. 1:22.9 for Potter. Make sure you keep your eye on the liveries as these cars go round tonight. It is Seamus O'Riordan. You are quali now. All right, fair enough. Nice. Okay, yeah, I thought it might be because I did see the lobby reset and a random driver get oofed out. So, again, just keep your eye on the liveries tonight. It is up to you lot in the comments, whether you be drivers or just watchers. It is your choice of livery of the season and livery of the week. So livery of the week gets a shout out from me, which I'll say in a minute, and livery of the season gets a couple of tickets to any racetrack of their choice. Obviously not Silverstone for the Formula 1, you rags. For any of the British GT rounds up and down the country. Oof, Jambo just running a little bit wide there. So yeah, whoever wins the overall livery of the season gets a couple of tickets from me. Again, it's your choice, nothing to do with me. In 8th, 9th, Fat Pickles in 10th. Sitter just goes in the pits, getting some fresh tyres on. Ricky J on an outlap in another pink car for Ricky J. Does like his pink. He's in the minis on Mondays. He's got a great big pink mini as well. Philo, last week's winner, also in the Nissan Skyline. Seamus also out of the pits, so let's have a look back at those times. I was going through them and then completely forgot halfway through. Gecko Racer just coming through Paddock Hill sideways for some reason. He's still leading on that 1:22.1. Potter McPot has now drawn him closer though, 1:22.160 for Potter, right behind him. Still pushing. Slightly worn out set of tyres, but still able to push. Brinky then third at the minute on that 1:22.5, not able to better that yet. His tyres also looking a little bit worn. Jambu sitting in fourth, 1:22.6 in the McLaren. He's killer in the Mercedes, 1:22.8. Jag of Scotty 1230, he's sitting in 6th with a 1:22.9. Purcell 7th, 1:23.4 for him in another McLaren. Mart in the Jag again, 1:22.4 for him. Fat Pickles in 10th, he's got a 1:26.2. Also in the Mercedes. Big wide things they are. Ricky J, another Jag, 1:28.5. Philo in that Nissan. Oof, tyres looking very worn out. 1:39.2. And a slow Seamus on outlap. Just come out of the pits with a fresh set of tyres on. For some reason, a full tank as well. It's not showing a hot lap. Racer on pole though, nobody able to close him up anymore yet. Potter McPot's still out. Oof, not anymore, he's not. A 3-second penalty with a fresh set of tyres. Oh, running out of time as well is Potter. So he's got to lose this penalty, which is going to ruin this lap. What's he got? A minute and a half to try. Oh yeah, he'll make it round to the start. But that'll be his only chance. Not losing the penalty as well. It's waiting for the penalty zone, which is down clearways. So we'll just have a look. Potter goes through Sheen Curve, through Sterling's now. It's just round the corner here. You'll see 2 yellow markers either side of the track. There they are. When he hits those, the power gets dropped off until this penalty's been served, and then he can accelerate again. But be coming into this final turn as quick as he would have been at full race pace. So we'll see how Potter gets on. 4 seconds left on the clock when he came across the line. Still Brinky third. Mart's now got himself up to 4th position, gone a bit quicker, 1:22.6. Jambu now 5th, 1:22.6 as well. Killer 6th, 1:22.8. Scotty 7th. Also got a 3-second penalty. Where are they picking that 3 seconds up from? It's got to be somewhere down Cooper Straight or Surtees, Graham Hill Bend, maybe, unless they're firing themselves off at Westfield, or I don't know. But that's it for Scotty. He's already over the 15 minutes. Fat Pickles in 8th. He's still got an opportunity to better that time though if he gets a good lap now. Millerman 9th. Purcell 10th. Ricky J in 11th. Philo still at the back. Fresh set of tyres on. But Purcell all the way round in the background. I think Philo crossed the line after the clock had run out. So we just wait for, where's Potter? Here he is coming up to, he's already crossed the line. He's not been able to go quicker. Oh, I know what you've done. I know what you've done. You've got the 15 minutes on there, plus the 5 minutes. Is that what you're doing? The 5 minutes sitting in the pits? Still an opportunity then. Yeah, so they have to sit in the pits for the first 5 minutes. Judas No Bible. I vote for Mark's livery. It's what? It's oh, fire. I thought I said freeze for a minute. It was like, it's what? It's freeze. Where is he? Here he is. DIA 3SP Mark. So, it's actually a toss-up. It's actually a toss-up. Where's he gone? I will, Potter. I'll save that, Potter. Yeah, I'll save that. Where's that gone? Right. Yeah, so they've due to the lobbies being a pain in the butt. Sorry, let me just get back to this racing for a second. Due to the lobbies being a pain in the butt, every time the lobby gets reset, you have to reinstall any kind of tune you've put into the car. You know, setting up your suspension or your aero or whatever. Because every time it sets it back to standard, so unfortunately you have to spend sort of a few minutes just hanging out in the pits while everyone reinstalls all their settings. So they're just given 5 minutes in the pits to do that once the lobby's reset, and then they start the timer for the qualifying. So it will be 20 minutes on the clock by the time qualifying's over. Spend a few minutes chatting before we actually got onto track, so that was pretty much the 5 minutes. That's why I didn't see the lobby restart. He's got a penalty. Jambu as well. Where's he gone? Come back here, Jambu. Holding that 3 second penalty, so he's got that early on in the track. So yeah, it must be somewhere around, hopefully it's not Paddock Hill. That'd be horrible to pick up a 3 second penalty straight around turn 1. There you go. You're forced to decelerate. That's not what you want to hear, is it, when you're in a race? Oh, sneaky Philo come the end of qualifying. He now puts in purpley perps all over the place. 1:21.052 for him. Half a second quicker than Gecko's fastest. 0.6 of a second quicker. He's still putting in purple sectors as well. Lost an awful lot of fuel, has Philo. Fresh-ish set of softs on to play with. What's Gecko got again? So that's it now. That is qualifying over. I'm sure we'll see this man. Yeah, there you go. So he's going for the drift now. So I'm sure we'll see in a second. Potter saying that's it, qualifying over. Finish your laps. As he stalls it, coming up the hill. So Philo now on pole and still putting in the oh, he's gone wide through there. Oh, that's that one in the bin. But he's still on pole with that 1:21.0. Throws himself in the pit, so it does show Gecko on the top now, but it is Philo. Gecko's got an opportunity though. He's got this last lap to give it his all. A couple of corners left to go through Sterling's. And clear ways just over the little brow of the hill. Into Clark's and then across the line. Let's see what he's got. 17, 118, 19. Is it going to be as quick? It's 1:21.4. It's not enough. Oh, there's chaos at the exit of the pits. Down the hill, sorry, on the way up to Druids. Everyone's picking on Potter. Everyone's ramming into Potter. Why are they picking on you, Potter? Oh, okay, Potter's picking on everyone as well. Alright, it's just a free-for-all, is it? Rod denting session. Oh, wait, slow Seamus, what? Got shunted. Oh my days. Pow! Ricky J. Ricky J is going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, it's close. Backwards and avoids the Ricky J. Chaos on the way up to Druids. Oh, there's some crowd. I don't know what they're looking at. There's someone parked around the corner. It's WPR Millerman. What's he doing around the corner? Is he just avoiding the chaos? Trying to hide in that little corner. Away from these two. Oh. He's done it. He stealthed it out. Basil just deciding to pick up more penalties for no reason. It'd be interesting to see where they they're picking up that 3-second penalty. Right. What I'm going to do is that, and then when Potter starts the race, I have to try and join as quickly as possible. Otherwise I lose my trackside cameras. It's insane. I don't know why. But we are having a 5-minute break in between qualifying and race, just because it is a 1-hour endurance and it can be 3-second penalties for crossing. Is it? Oh, they've got that set up in game now, have they? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's got to be a dent. Yeah, that's not cricket. Fat pickles, bro. Doing donuts in Druids. go on that 3 seconds for crossing the pit entry or exit here. Flipping heck. Under race conditions, side by side, down the pit straight, down the, start finish straight. Oh, Brabs. And before you know it, like I say, when you get around to clearways, blam, and it's way more than that 3 seconds. You lose way more than that 3 seconds. Because not only do you have to slow down for that 3 seconds, you then have to get back up to speed. It's usually in completely the wrong place. Everyone's on a bit of a ramming session, aren't they? Martin's doing the track backwards. Judas No Bible. That's a name. I'm gonna stalk you after this and find out what's on your channel. I'm interested, if anything. Not in a like, I'm not going to stalk you, like just go to your channel and have a look. I am not going to turn up outside your house. Not yet, anyway. Doing. Getting a race. Stop yapping. Here we go then. We're underway. There's a slingshot through there. Potter's managed to fire his way through into third, side by side with Philo through Paddock Hill. Gecko's managed to get his way and hold that top spot though. Philo's dropped down a position. Oof. Who's that gone wide? Let me put the nonsense on again because it turns all that off as well. So it is Gecko leading. Oh, is that Purcell or Jambu in the back? It's Purcell, I think. Fired off through Graham Hill Bend. Gecko leading, then Philo second, Potter in third, Brinky fourth, Jambu fifth, Ace Killer sixth, Martin seventh, Scotty in eighth, Ricky J ninth, Fat Pickles 10th, Millerman 11th, Purcell 12th, and Slow Seamus in 13th. So both of these drivers ended up going off at Graham Hill Bend. So already the pack is stretched out in lap one. Do have to use 3 different compounds of tyre throughout the race. They're only allowed to use 1 set of each, soft, medium and hard. Everyone opted for. Gecko is on a set of hards for stint 1. Philo is gone for the hards as well. Potter on the hards. Hards for Jambu. Scotty and Mart side by side through Paddock Hill Bend. Mart makes his way through into 5th. He's on a set of hards. Scotty on the hards. Has everyone gone for the hards? Fat Pickles on the hard tyre. Millerman has gone for mediums. Purcell gone deep into Druids. He's got the hard tyres on as well. Slow Seamus has gone for the hards. Oh, he's gone for a bit of off-roading as well through Graham Hill. Brinky hard tyres, Ace Killer hard tyres, Ricky J hard tyres. So it is just who was on the mediums. Sorry about the epilepsy, it just doesn't let me go directly to the driver. It's Millerman now on a set of mediums. Right, let's see what's happening back at the front of this race. It is still Gecko leading. Oh, little twitch there through Sheen. Kept it on track through Sterling's. Oh, sideways there through for Philo. Potter hunting him down, then second between Gecko and Philo. 1.3 between Potter and Philo. Jambu just under a second back from Potter. Mart 2.3 seconds down from that top 4 battle. managed to pull a bit of time over Scotty. Fat Pickles is 7th, just having a good fight with Millerman here in the start of lap 3. Millerman looking for a way through on those mediums. Oh, he's got his nose up the inside. Fat Pickles is giving him plenty of room. The acceleration of Millerman, able to get himself in front, up into 7th then for Millerman. Fat Pickles now in 8th. Brinky 9th. Being chased by Slow Seamus. We have seen him go off-road through there a couple of times. He's being hunted by Ace Killer as well in 11th. Not sure what happened to Ace Killer. All the way down in 11th position. 0.8 of a second behind. Slow Seamus closing up as well. Purcell and Ricky J a long way back now. 6.8 seconds for Purcell. Another 10 seconds back for Ricky J. Stretching out a tiny little bit of a lead, so nobody was able to really touch Philo last week. He managed to get up front and hold it. It's now looking like Gecko's going to try and do the same thing. See which car holds out better on tyres and fuel. Where's Potter? What has happened to Potter? From 3rd to 8th position, he's got rear end damage. He's been off somewhere, or someone's shunted him. Had about a second or so gap between himself and the drivers around him, so not sure what happened to Potter. Oh, Scotty going sideways through Graham Hill, manages to gather it up, but he's lost a couple of positions now, down to 7th. Potter McPot hunting him down. Brinky right behind him in 9th. Slow Seamus 2.2 seconds back, 2.3 sorry, in 10th. And then those big gaps. Ace Killer then does get himself past Purcell. Jay still at the back of the pack. Philo then starting to reel Gecko back in. Maybe not quick enough. Still a second between them. It was down to 0.8. So Jambu in 3rd then. Big gap between himself and those two up front. 4.6 seconds between those 2 or 3. Mark then up into 4th. Explores track's limits on the way out of Paddock Hill. Don't want to be doing that. It's a bit sandy and gritty through there. Let me drink a bit of coffee before it goes fully cold. Millerman 5th. Those medium tyres starting to work then. Sectors, not got fastest lap yet, but could be on here. Fat Pickles in the Mercedes 6th, Scotty 1.1 seconds behind him. There goes Potter in the NSX, hauling through Hawthorns. On the hunt back for the top drivers up front. Like I say, it'd be interesting to find out what happened to him. I'm sure we'll find out in the chat after the race, though. I'm sure he's a little bit busy now. Brinky 9th, still on Potter's tail. Slow Seamus 10th, 5 seconds back. Ace Killer closing up on him, though, just 1.1 seconds back between the 2 Mercedes. On board with Ace Killer. 0.9 of a second between himself and that pink machine in front. Takes another 10th out through Paddock Hill. Slow Seamus goes a tiny bit deep into Druids. That brings Ace Killer a little bit closer. 0.7 of a second now through Paddock Hill. Graham Hill. All over the back end of Slow Seamus then is Ace Killer. holding it out wide. Looks like he's letting Ace Killer through. There he goes, slots himself into the slipstream of Ace Killer. Obviously knowing that Ace Killer is faster than him. Let him through, and I'll just use you to tow me down the straights. Oh, Ace Killer already pulling a little bit of time from Slow Seamus. Just taking his time on that set of hards early on. Doesn't want to spin off track. It is a dirty track for that, as you can see. It's just grass. There's no sort of runoff areas anywhere really on this circuit. A little bit of curving and then grass. So last thing you want to be doing is dipping a wheel on any of these outside edges on the way into a corner. It'll have you round in a second. Or on the way out through here, especially. It's a tricky corner is Sheen. Through Dingle Dell and into Sheen. Sideways through there for Ricky J as well. It is still Gecko leading. Still under threat from Philo though in that Nissan. Let's get ourselves on with a little bit of that camera. There's Philo then in that Nissan hunting down the Lamborghini in front. 0.7 of a second, so he's getting the slipstream. Gecko is just looking quick here tonight in this Lamborghini. There's a clear track between themselves and third place. Not able to close up yet then, Philo. Not really looking like he's having to go defensive. He's not even thinking about it really, although Philo closes the gap through Druids. Gets it down to half a second, but Gecko pulls another 10th out. A little bit wide there for both drivers. It up. It's sorry, it doesn't like the bridge. 0.5 of a second, pushing now then Philo. Lets it roll through there. Nice and comfortable through Westfield. Again, Gecko just pulls a little bit of time through on Philo through here. Absolutely neck and neck between these two. Philo then second. Jambu still third, but 9.4 seconds back. Mart now 2.9 seconds back. He's got Millerman on those mediums all over him. Let's get ourselves on board with a bit of Millerman on the hunt for that fourth position. Again, on the faster tyre is Millerman, so he should make quite easy work of these drivers on the hards. Don't get me wrong, some of these drivers could be a nightmare to get past regardless of what tyres got on and what condition they're in as well. It's like people call them, they're aliens or robots, but here we go. Millerman gets the acceleration through Graham Hill, not able to get his nose up the inside of Mart through, what's that corner called? Surtees, of course it is. But now gets the run down Pilgrim's Drop. Mark goes defensive on the way into Hawthorns. A little bit of outboard camera. Put these tyres to good use as Millerman has to gain a few scalps in this first stint, but it does still mean he's got the hard tyre left and the soft, whereas everyone else has got the softs and the mediums. It was only Millerman that put the mediums on for stint one. See whether that works out in his strategy later on. He's still on the hunt for this fourth though off Mart, but that gap's extended again a little bit. he's starting to show the wear on the mediums. So 13 minutes in from the practice lobbies I was seeing, it is taking the tyres to the absolute limit here to get round on a set of 3. Oh, round goes Millerman on the hunt, just taking it a little bit wide through Surtees. I was just about to change camera for another drive. Oh, I tried to stay out of the way off the racing line for Potter. Fortunately, Potter thought about going around the outside and ended up doing a bit of grass riding himself. That's now put him under a bit of pressure from Brinky here. Board with Brinky, hunting down Potter. It's a genuine mistake, I think, by Millerman. He did try to get off the racing line. I think Potter had already made the decision to come across the track sideways through there for the NSX. Nowhere for Brinky to go with a great big Honda sideways in front of him. Almost punts Potter. Under braking, then does Brinky. Just a little bit slower on acceleration, this Nissan. A bit wide through there as well. Exploring all the track then, Brinky. Close the gap enough on Potter to make the move. He'll have a go through here though. So just 0.4 of a second back. He'll be getting a toe down the hill. Is it going to be enough by the time they get into Hawthorns? I don't think it is. No. Right, let's get ourselves back to the front of the race. It is still Gecko. Philo's still right behind him. What are they looking like on fuel? Literally exactly the same. Half a tank on board for both drivers. Gecko's tyres looking a lot better than Philo. Goes wide through there. A lot better than Philo's. Both left and right tyres very worn out. Oh, that's there. Just goes to show. A little bit sideways on the way out of Druids as he hunts down that first place. So all 4 tyres showing a lot of wear on for Philo. If we just jump up to Gecko and have a look at his tyres in the bottom left of your screen. The right hand side front is looking fresh as a daisy. Nico Morris, I vote Mark's livery. It's 2 for Mark this week. There was 2 votes, only 2 votes last week. One for Mark. And one for this man. Pink and Summers. Pink and green. So both get a shout out this week for livery of the week. This week it's looking, well, so far in the live it's looking like Mark's livery is getting the love. Let's get a decent look at it, shall we? We can get a little bit of camera going. A bit of 360 going on Mark's livery there. Oh, not there because it got too close to the wall. Doesn't like things like that. Little dark smoker. It's got wheel driven on the spoiler. It's got dark smoker under the spoiler. There you go. Is there a Leicester City badge on it anywhere? Not that I can see. So it is Mark's livery getting the love tonight in the live stream. We'll see what happens by next week. What happens in the comments still counts between now and then. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. get a bit of 360 action on all of these drivers, shall we? Potter McPot, lobby host, NSX. See, this is what I'm talking about with sim racing. I do tell people that people just don't get how the sim racing community is. So this is Potter McPot, right? His rival in this race at the minute is R.A. Philo, who's sitting in second. And if you look at the top rear quarter, just on the C pillar, if you like, there is Potter advertising Philo Engineering. Because it doesn't matter. Team Oliver Racing Dark Smoker smashed on the front as well for Potter. The GT tyres logo stamped on the windscreen as well. They're sponsors of the Team Oliver Racing truck racing team. It is a sight to behold. Let's go and have a look at Gecko's. That's not a good shot. Let's get this side. It's all gone a bit dark. There you go. Still a bit dark. Still being hunted by Philo. He's managed to pull almost a second from him though, but Philo's been right there with him since the red lights turned to green. But the tyres are looking good on Gecko Racer's car. Let's go and have a look at Philo Engineering's livery. He's not even promoting himself, look, by the looks of it, I don't think. No, he's not. So that is Philo, not even with his own logo on his car. Donut. Philo, doing. That should be like front and centre where that Panther thing is. Smosh, Philo Engineering. Okay, NGR Jambu. He's got the Burkhardt standard livery, black, yellow and white for the Burkhardt Photographique company. Is it Photographique? Can't even see it, it's too small. We'll have a look on Purcell's car when we get round to him. Mart we've already had a look at. We've had a look at Potter. Let's have a little wander around Brinky's car then. Apologies about that. It doesn't like it when it goes too close to the edge of the track or under a bridge. Fortunately, there's a couple of those bits here at Brands Hatch. Stripy blue, white and red livery of Brinkies. Team Oliver Racing Esports logo smashed on the bonnet as well. Good. Millerman. Always good with the liveries. Purpley blue chunky chunks with some hexagonal smashy smoshes. Go faster zebra stripes down the side for good measure. Looking good. I'm liking that fading colour scheme. That's interesting. Yeah, the livery is not my choice. The livery choice is your choice. Yeah, there's another bridge. Duco then with the chameleon paint and cracked side to it. Let's just let the light peel onto there. There we go. Broken up as well, like it's been sat out in the sun too long. A great big stonking carbon bonnet. Longer than your house, being hunted at the minute by Scotty. Let's have a look at him in his Jag. Racing green and silver. Jaguar TOR smashed down the side in letters bigger than your mum. Looking good. Great big Jag smashed down the side as well. Fat Pickles in the Mercedes. Patronus livery. Dark Smoker in the Patronus colours on the wing. We'll get back to the racing in a minute, people, don't worry. But now I've started the livery launch 360 thing. There it is. There it is. Oh, photography. So it's their family's photography company. Is it your brothers or your wives, or is it, you know, are you all involved? There it is, Berghardt Photography. Looking good, yeah. So every year the Purcell and Jambu combo, father and son, they have the, whichever car they have, they always have this livery on it, which is good. All helps to promote your business, doesn't it? Let's go and have a look at Slow Seamus then in the pink and blue Mercedes. Chunks of white as well. Looking good. Team Oliver Racing Esports 228. Does that signify something? It's quite a random generated number, or is it your birthday? And now we know your PIN number for your house. Yeah, Ricky J's. Duracells sponsoring Ann Summers, although the rear bumper looks like it says different. Ann Summers sponsored by or powered by. If you weren't looking properly, you might miss that Duracell and just see Dark Smoker. Space for rent. I don't know what you're renting and what will happen in that space, especially being as it's Ann Summers. God knows. Lasts up to 100% longer. Duracell, that is. Duracell batteries. Right, back to the racing then. So, wasted a bit of time there. Ooh, just catch Gecko chucking himself in the pits. 25 minutes in on a set of parts. Still plenty of life left on that front right. That releases Philo into the lead. His hard's looking absolutely devastated now. I'm sure everybody else's are looking pretty much the same. Gecko then taking on board the tyres and fuel. Jambu comes through. Yeah, all the hards looking very worn out. Be interesting to see what the medium tyres look like, if these managed to stop or not yet. Gecko comes out in third. Mart chasing him down in fourth. His tyres looking beaten up as well. Potter McPot, tyres not looking too bad on that NSX. If they don't look too bad now on the NSX, the mediums and the softs will look, will obviously last a bit better than everyone else's. So we'll see. Potter might be able to make some moves here. A lot of big red marks on Brinky's tyres as well. Still right behind Potter. Ace Killer 7th. Oh, devastated rear, front left. He's going to have to be careful through the right-handers. Scotty still hunting him down. His tyre's not looking too bad in that Jag either. So Millerman has stopped. He's now got the hard tyres on. Those mediums obviously shredded themselves. Comes out in 9th position on his set of hards. So now just the soft tyre left for Millerman. Fat Pickles tyres not looking too bad really compared to everyone else in that Mercedes. So Seamus absolutely gone on the front left. Almost out of fuel as well. There's Purcell. He's out on a fresh set of racing mediums. And Ricky J still out on those hards. So different strategies being played out here by the drivers. Nobody really covering anybody else off with pit stops. Again, I would have expected Philo to pit earlier, but it was Gecko that came in, pit first. Again, did about 25 minutes on that set of hards. So 35 minutes to make a set of mediums and softs last. Surfer Ev, evening brother, how are you mate? Why aren't you in here, Surfer? Huh? What happened? Hey, cooking in the sea, too exciting. Couldn't make it back in time. Got your baguette wet or something. Gecko firing his way through these drivers with beaten up tyres on his fresh set of mediums. We'll see how long this Lamborghini can make a set last. So is that the strategy we're going to see from everybody except Millerman? Are we going to see hards, mediums, softs? Are some drivers going to opt for the softs in the second stint? Seamus, I don't know whether that's okay. Yeah, I don't know whether you're allowed to do that, Seamus. And if he doesn't hear it, he's got no choice. He just either overtakes or he doesn't he? Racing the rain on my board, says Surfer Ev. Well. How's your traction off the line, Surfer? Will you be able to get away as quickly on a single paddle than two, I don't know, 235, 20 R35s or something like that? That's probably on these things. Rear wheel drive, super soft rubbers, pushing the planet back instead of the car forward, huh? I don't know. Ellie Morley, I vote for Mark's livery. Everyone getting the Mark's livery in. There he is. Still a tiny bit of glitching in these lobbies. They are a lot better than when we first attempted, practice lobbies and stuff like that. It was terrible. It just seems to be when they go around corners, a tiny bit of glitching. There he is. Mark winning the livery comp at the minute. So all the drivers all over the place then. Some drivers have stopped, some drivers haven't. Ultimate popping in, he's now out on a set of mediums. Brinky's followed him in and out as well, also on that medium tyre. Millerman's on the hards for stint 2. Ace Killer's gone for the medium stint 2. Perzel mediums for stint 2. May have opted to come in a little bit early for those Perzel, we'll see. 29 minutes left on the clock to try and hold on to mediums and softs. Fat Pickles, medium tyre, stint 2. Ricky J just comes in the pits now on those worn out hards. I don't know. Big chunk of laps on those. He's had some mistakes though, 130, 134s on his lap times. He's got to take on board all the fuel as well, and slow Seamus. He's on a fresh set of mediums as well. So is it going to be mediums for Ricky J? It is. So everybody opting for the same strategy here, hards, mediums and softs in their running order, except WPR Millerman, who's gone for mediums, hards and then softs. So Gecko Racer came in earlier than everybody else. Majority of drivers anyway. Put on a set of mediums. Now got 5.3 seconds over Philo, who stayed out for a couple of extra laps. Now got a fresher set of mediums on, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to put them two in as good a use. He is closing up on Gecko. Again, they are a couple of laps, so not if he drives himself off circuit, it won't. He was closing up on Gecko, but loses all that time in that little bit of off-track action. Pushing the limits here, Philo. Mark then. Softs. Oh, so apologies. So Mark came out on the softs for stint 2. into third as well, also exploring those track limits, needs to stay off the grass, but a lot of work for Martin to do if he wants to try and catch up with those top two. 23.5 seconds between Martin in third and Philo in second. Philo is pulling a little bit of time back on Gecko. Again, I don't know whether it's going to be enough before they come in for their second stop. Drivers all over this circuit now. Jambu then 4th position. Potter McPott only 2.2 seconds behind him. Got himself up into 5th, so had some kind of incident early on, Potter. Went from, were you 3rd, I think? Ended up in 8th and has had to battle his way back through. I think short fueled on that stop, didn't take on a full tank, I know that. So that might have saved him a few seconds, but whether that costs him later on in the race, we'll see. Was being chased pretty closely by Brinky when they sort of came to their pit stops, and now there's a 10-second gap between them. Brinky did take on a full tank of fuel, so that's Potter did short fuel, but look, he's already down to half a tank. Brinky's not even down to 3/4 yet. Ace Killer in 7th on those mediums, being chased by Millerman on the hards. Is that gap getting bigger or smaller? It's getting bigger. Ace Killer pulling away from Millerman, and then he's on that faster tyre. Ozil came in quite early on those mediums. Still got 25 minutes left of this race. Needs to make those tyres last about another 7 minutes, I think. You can hear it squealing through Paddock Hill Bend. Scotty's Jaguar tyres looking good still. It only came in a couple of laps ago. Fat Pickle's right behind him at the minute though, 1.4 seconds. Both drivers on the mediums. Staying about the same as they go through Graham Hillbed. I wanted to call him David. Who's David Hill? Who's he? Slow Seamus then in 12th, now being harassed a little bit by Jambu in 4th. So in a different fight, but Slow Seamus sideways through Paddock Hill. Get ourselves Potter and Jambu getting closer. 1.4 seconds, 1.5. Got a driver between them, but might work to Potter's advantage. Does use Slow Seamus for a tiny bit of a slingshot down there. Slow Seamus did pull off the racing line to let Potter through, but Potter was like, no, I want that slipstream, pulling in behind you and just getting that little bit of a fling up the road to try and close the gap on Jambu. It's not worked though, it's a gap out 1.8 seconds. Tyres looking very similar between the two. Potter's car is a little bit lighter. When did Jambu pit? Let's have a look here. A lap later than Potter. He's carrying a little bit more fuel. Let's see whether Potter can close that gap. He's pulled another couple of tenths in on him. Let's get ourselves back up front. So Philo has managed to pull about 1.5 seconds off Gecko. Again, I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Came in a couple of laps later than Gecko as well. His tyres are almost the same. A little bit more wear on the rears for Gecko. His fronts are very similar to Philo's. Philo's tyres are wearing out a lot quicker in stint 1. Oh, he runs a bit wide through there as well. He's still pulling time over Gecko. again, I don't know whether it's going to be enough before they come in for their final stint, at which point both drivers have got the soft tyre on, and it's going to be an all-out thrashathon to the line. Mark then still holding third. One set of softs on board for him. I don't know how long he's going to try and keep those on for. 122s, 123s on the softs. Jambo in fourth then, 4.2 seconds behind Mart. Potter in fifth, still 1.4 behind Jambo as well. He's closing down again, just 10th by 10th. Took about 3/10 out of him that lap. Brinky sixth, been dropped by Potter then. Again, both drivers in front, I think short fueled on that first stop. Ace Killer seventh, 7 seconds down from Brinky. Medium's not looking too bad. He's got Ricky J behind him, but in a different fight. His closest rival is Millerman behind him, 7.6 seconds back. Purcell ninth. Well, his medium still not looking bad actually. 5 seconds back. He's actually pulling a little bit of time back on Millerman. Again, it's medium versus hard tyre in that fight. Fat Pickles 10th, 10.2 back from Purcell. He's got Scotty 12:30 closing up again, just a second between these two. Slow Seamus 51 seconds, and he's, who did he have for company? Oh, it was Brinky behind him, looking for a way through. Easily done. Ricky J another 9.6 down in 13th. Again, anything can happen here at Brands Hatch. Oof, there we go. Things like that. Ricky J. I was talking about everyone else, Ricky J. So that time between Philo and Gecko really starting to come down. 3 seconds. There is Philo, just going through the same turn. Oh, again, just exploring those track limits, Philo. He's got to be careful. Just dip your throttle at the wrong point through one of these turns and around you go. Another 2/10 out of Gecko's time. Soft's looking absolutely beaten up then. He's going to have to think about coming in for his final set, which is a set of mediums. He's got enough fuel on to do another lap. Whether he'll do that or whether he'll just come in the pits now is, again, his front left is pretty much worn down to nothing. Keeping in front of Jambu. That time is coming down a little bit. Mark does pit this lap then. Jambu takes that third, Potter takes fourth. Again, these drivers not taking their final stop yet. Potter's tyres looking pretty good though on that NSX. Where's Mark going to come out? Brinky also goes through to take that position off him. Ace Killer comes past the pit entrance. Side by side with Mart on the way out, just holds it in front of him. So Ace Killer in sixth then on a worn out set of mediums. Mart now right behind him on a brand new fresh set of mediums. Literally side by side on the way out of the pits. Jag versus Mercedes. 0.6 of a second between these two. Can Mart use those fresher tyres? Maybe put Ace Killer under a bit of pressure. Just 0.6 still. Through this tricky Sheen corner. So where's Martin going to have a go here? Is he quick enough to get the toe down there? Not before Paddock Hill. Maybe wait for the long straight down Pilgrims. Hanging on to the rear end of Ace Killer. Flags being waved, getting the drivers out of the way from these first few coming through to lap them. To be honest, I forgot what they were called for a minute, but it's back markers. Of course it is. You know I forgot. Oh, still not able to get close to Ace Killer yet then. See, this is why you need to give me keyboard options and make R2 a thing. Because I used to be able to press, sorry, L2, right? Press L2 and then I could just scroll up and down to the driver I wanted and let go of it, and there he was. But no, now I have to give you like epilepsy as I flick through to the driver at the front. So, gap between Gecko and Philo halved again, down to 1.4 seconds from 3. Almost out of fuel is Gecko Racer. Philo's got a little bit more on board. Probably going to see Gecko come in the pits this lap. He's going to brave it out for another one. He is going to brave it out for another one. His fuel gauge is flashing at him. Philo's then still 1.4 seconds back. 15 minutes remaining. Most drivers have got the soft tyre left to play with. Can Gecko stay in front before they come in the pits? Philo's tyres starting to show the wear now as well. I don't like how it just gives you straight internal view. Hence why I want keyboard options PlayStation. Through Hawthorns, down into Westfield. Still holding that lead then Gecko. Ooh, a little bit of a twitch through there for Philo. Through Dingledell, through Sheen. Into Sterling's. Now then, Gecko's got to come in now, surely. Now is Philo going to follow him in, or is Philo going to stop out and do one more lap? Philo's going to stop out and do one more lap. Gecko comes in then. It is now Philo leading this race. So he did take pole, but lost it off the line. Now gets his opportunity to lead for the time being. He has got to take a final stop. See where that brings him out in relation to Gecko Racer when he comes back out on circuit. Straight back out into second position, 19.9 seconds. Oh no, it's stretching a little bit. Oh, Purcell, he's managed to get himself off track through Paddock Hill Bend. All over the place, Purcell. Is your car broken? Sorry, epilepsy. Epilepsy. No, back on circuit. Back up to race pace. I'm not sure what happened to Purcell. They got it wrong through Paddock Hill, that's for sure, on the sand. Just caught him getting it the right way round as we were watching Gecko come through. So that 20+ second lead is already coming down. Philo on the worn mediums, Gecko now on a brand new fresh set of softs, half a tank of fuel as well. Should be able to make that car go a lot quicker than Philo's. Philo stays out for one more lap on those mediums. He's put in consistent 122s until those last two laps. 123s for those last two. Gecko Racer He's been putting in 123s at the end of his stint on those mediums. See what he's putting in on the softs. Come on, 124.8. Oh, that was an outlap, wasn't it? So we won't know, not just yet, but he is bringing that gap down between himself and Philo. Is it going to come down to a last couple of laps shootout between these two? As Philo's tyres, being slightly fresher, will just help him close up on Gecko. Whereas in the meantime, Gecko is closing up on Philo due to his fresh tyres. Jambu now takes his final stop, comes out with the softs on off tank of fuel as well. Mart comes through to take his third position back. He's got a slightly worn set of medium tyres versus Jambu on a set of softs. He's got Brinky on a fresh set of softs right behind him, and Potter McPot on a fresh set of softs. So sweaty palms for Mart then. He's got the slower tyre out of all 5 of these drivers, 4 of these drivers. And he came in a couple of laps earlier. Race leader in the pits now. Philo in. Where's Gecko? Oh, he's already through. Philo comes out. Now he's got Scotty to deal with as well. Different races going on here. Just gives him a little flash to let him know he's coming through. Blue flag's already being waved. Philo goes through to retake that second then. Oh, he was already at second because Scotty didn't actually take it off him. Now 3.6 seconds the gap between Philo and Gecko. Both drivers got a pretty fresh set on. Gecko done 2 laps more than Philo, so we'll see how that benefits Philo. Gets a 10th out of Gecko's time already, from 3.4 to 3.3 and closing. 10 minutes left. Gecko leading then, 3.3 seconds from Philo. Mart still holding that third position even after the long straight of Pilgrims. Potter has managed to get through into 4th position. What's happened to Brinky? Brinky and Jambu? Why Brinky and Jambu? There was all 4 of you together and now there's only 2 of you together. Potter on that set of soft tyres. We know from round 1 that the Jag was quick in a straight line. We'll see what this Honda has got. Again, he's got the faster tyre on, has Potter. He's softs on for his final stint. Mart put the softs on for his second stint, so he's got the mediums to play with now. The gap comes down a little bit more, 1.2 seconds. Jump to the top 2 fight here, so from 3.3 it's down to 2.2 between Philo and Gecko. Philo pushing the Nissan then in this final stint. Both drivers don't want to be blowing their tyres out, but they've both got to push. Sectors looking for fastest lap as well as the first position here. Just 8 minutes remaining. Mart still holds that third. Potter now just a second behind him. On board with Potter then on the hunt. 0.9 of a second back from Mart as they head through Hawthorns. Again, Potter on that faster tyre compared to Mart, fresher as well. Mart came in a couple of laps earlier and put mediums on. Potter stayed out and he's got the softs on for this last stint. Still holds 1 second over Potter. what the Philo battle is saying. Gap down to 1.6 seconds then. On board with Philo as we look forward to Gecko Racer just going through Westfield. Again, just exploring all those bits of track is Philo. Trying to use it to catch up with Gecko Racer. It is working as well. Gap now down to 1.4 seconds. More back markers to deal with. Snap of the gears of the Nissan. Mart by the skin of his teeth at the minute. 0.4 of a second between Mart and Potter. 0.2 of a second. Just stick with this for the next couple of corners, and then we'll have a run through the field in these last few minutes. Potter having to straighten it up through Sheen as to not spin it off track. Gets himself back on track, keeps him in the fight with Potter. With Mart. Brinky still holding 5th, but still 10.3 seconds back. With a 4.4 back to Jambu in 6th. Ace Killer another 2.1 seconds back. Closed up on Jambu. Not sure whether he's got enough time to bring that gap down even further. Maybe even go for the move. He's still bringing chunks out of him. Millerman 8th. Sits off on the medium tyre in stint 1. Hard tyre for stint 2. Soft 4 stint 3. Scotty in 9th, another 15 seconds down. He's got Fat Pickles just 2.2 behind him. They have got Ricky J to get between. Ricky J just staying out of the way. Has Fat Pickles? Yeah, Fat Pickles got that. Through he goes. Back on the hunt for Scotty in front then. Purcell in 11th, another 14.7 seconds down. Slow Seamus a full minute down in 12th, and Ricky J just 10 seconds behind him in 13th. Got Fat Pickles to play with at the minute. There is the battle for first. Philo all over the back end of Gecko. 0.5 of a second between them. While we were flicking through the field, Potter has managed to get his way past Mart into 3rd. And that was coming for a few laps. 4 minutes remaining. Gecko still leads. Philo's only led for a couple of laps in the pit windows. Millerman stays out of the way of this top flight battle. A little bit squirrely out of there for Gecko. Little flash of the lights from Philo. Knows you're there, Gecko. Philo. Now, are we going to see the Nissan make a move? Close enough for Slipstream. Is it going to be enough before Hawthorns? Bridge just giving us a little bit of a moment there. Gecko holds that tight line. Philo looking around the outside. Into Westfield. Tucks his way up the inside. Has he got the power? No, he's not. Gecko still has to go slightly defensive into Sheen. Oh, there's a tiny bit of contact. They're still side by side as they go through Sterling's. Who's got the momentum on the way out? It's going to be Philo. Runs his way past. By side on the fight through Sterling's then, and Sheen. It's back on Philo versus Gecko. Philo now race leader. It's going to be 2 minutes remaining. Philo does look like he's pulling away a little bit. I think his tyres are in a lot better condition than Gecko's. Oh no, they're not really. Gecko's actually looking better. Can Gecko do anything about it? Is Philo going to win round 2 as well? Potter McPot then in third, 55 seconds down. Mart now another 1.2 seconds back from him. Again, different strategies being played out here. Brinky then 5th. Decent gaps either side. He's got 4 seconds in front to Mart and 6 seconds behind to this man, Jambu. Ace Killer. Oh, he was closing up on Jambu. Unfortunately, he is now 13 seconds down. I think he's had a little bit of a spinny round or a Ahab moment where he's had to give it Captain Ahab at the wheel. Tyres looking a little worn out. Millerman then holding 8th. 5.5 back from Ace Killer. Scotty 9th, Fat Pickles 10th, Purzel in 11th, Slow Seamus 12th, and Ricky J 13th. So just 1 minute left on the clock. Philo crosses the line now, 2.4 seconds ahead of Gecko. Gecko's left rear looking very worn out. He's almost out of fuel as well. He's got to be careful he doesn't run out here. Might be having to do some fuel saving. That's what's allowed Philo to come through. McPot looking good for 3rd position, way off of the top 2 fight. That's 55.5 seconds behind, but he has pulled time over Mart. Now 2 seconds behind is Mart in 4th. Brinky's closed up, only 2 seconds back himself, but who's going to cross the line first? It is going to be Potter. So Potter takes 3rd position. Mart did actually close up, gets himself 4th position. Brinky takes 5th. Brinky takes half the crowd and the photographer out. Jambu takes 6th. Ace Killer. There's a driver in front of Ace Killer. Oh, it's Philo, race leader. There he is. Got him. Oh, oof. Philo then takes the win here tonight as well at Brands Hatch, 4.8 seconds ahead of Gecko. Gecko's out of fuel, yeah, so I think he did have to do some fuel saving at the end there. 6.3 back in the end. Potter takes that 3rd position, then Mart 4th, Brinky 5th, Jambu 6th, Ace Killer 7th, Millerman in 8th, Scotty takes 9th just from Fat Pickles Bro. Still side by side as they go through Paddock Hill. Just seen Slow Seamus and Ricky J come through just before Purzel. So there's Slow Seamus taking 12th, Ricky J taking 13th, and Purzel finishes it off with that 11th place. So again, some good racing. Yeah, a couple of different strategies being played out again tonight. Martin and Millerman opting for different strategies to everybody else. Not too bad for Mart, ended up 4th in the end. Yes, another win for Philo. You vote Ricky's. Is that because he came behind you? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Miller, no problem. No problem. So yes, that was round 2 of the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Is hosted by Mature Racing Club. So make sure you get yourself over to Facebook. Find Team Oliver Racing, go and show them some love, get yourself down to one of the racetracks and watch it because it's nuts next season. Go see it. And then, yes, go find Mature Racing Club if you want to get involved in any of this. Only 1 lobby at the minute. Next season, probably 2. Good seeing the racing again. Yeah. It has been some good racing again this season. I mean, we've only had 2 rounds, but still. Some great racing. So I am back tomorrow night at, back the same time, same place next week, 8:30 for round 3. I'm back tomorrow night at 7:45 for the DMJ Vroom Room MDCC, or Manufacturers Dual Class Championship. That is 7:45. There might be a slight delay if drivers are a little bit late. And then back on Monday night, 8:30 for round 2 of the minis, which has just started this week. Another great league, that one. So I've been with both Team Oliver Racing and the Chewit Racing Minis for a few seasons now. Both very, very popular leagues. Great racing in both of them as well, to be honest. Great drivers. No problem, boys. Thanks in the chat. No worries. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me. Some more good racing tonight. That's exactly what we want to see. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.